Hello, hello, hello. What's up, y'all? What's up? Okay. Y'all are tuned in to another episode of Simply Complicated Chats with your host, Tanisha Marie. And this week, when I tell y'all I'm laying it all out on the table, okay? I'm laying it all out. All out. It's been a hell of a week for me. Um last Thursday, my baby brother passed away. My baby brother on my father's side passed away. He was 19. And I've kind of just been in a whirlwind of funk because from this is my dad who raised me, not my biological father, but that's my daddy. Like, he's the reason I'm a daddy's girl. He's the reason that I am the way that I am. When I was younger, that man used to tell me, Miss Ma'am, put some shoes on. Don't no man want no woman with no dirty feet. And that's why now I stay on top of my kids. Put your house shoes on. Put some socks on your feet. Okay. Don't be walking around this house with no shoes on your feet. Like, we we have shoes for a reason. Use them, please. So, like, this man he's my world. If he is nothing more, he's the reason why I love black men the way that I do. So, to have my father call me early Friday morning, I had just got the kids off to school and I had just laid down. This man called me at 7:34. I remember exactly what time it was. 7:34, and I'm looking at my phone like something's wrong because my daddy don't call me this early. Like, he's back in Chicago, so they're an hour ahead of us, so it was only 8 his time. He don't call me that early in the morning. Like, he be at work, but when he called me, it's normally in the afternoon when he got his day started. He works for a cable company back home, so he's always outside and on the go. So for him to call me on a Friday, I'm like, okay, something. I instantly felt it in my spirit. So when I picked up the phone, I say, "Hey, what's up, pops?" He say, "Morning, babe." He say, "How you doing?" I said, "I'm good." But I can hear it in his voice. Something's wrong. Now, we lost my grandfather. My youngest daughter will be 13 this year. So we lost my grandfather 14 years ago. That was the first and last loss that hit our family like this. Okay. So when he called me with this, he's just like, I got some bad news for you. Instantly, I'm thinking my grandmother because she's of age. I know she's been back and forth to the doctor about some things, and I kind of grasped myself and prepared for him to say that. When he said Jordan passed away last night, when I tell you my everything shattered. Okay. Um. So, backstory: Jordan is my baby brother. He is the final one of six. It's six of us, with me being the oldest and having a brother and another brother from my dad's marriage, which is to Jordan's mom. She had a son, so all three of us were the same age, just months apart. So, with again me being the oldest, and I'm the girl, so I've always been everybody's mama. Like, that's just my personality. I've always been a mom, no matter what, with all my siblings. So Jordan being the baby, this was my one of my first babies. Okay, I have a set of god brothers. It's two of them, and then my two little brothers from my dad, Jaden and Jordan. We're all born in like a span of 3 years apart. So the four of them, oh, I was swapping weekends with my kids. Like, that's how my life was going before I even had kids of my own. I stayed at home on weekends to have my little brothers around me. That was always my thing. I never cared. Whoever I could get for the weekend, either I was going to my daddy house or my godmama was dropping my god brothers off to my mama house. But I had kids every weekend. Like, that was just me. Everybody out. Y'all can go out, because one, they was paying me. I didn't even have to ask for the money, but because I was offering to take kids off their hands, everybody wanted to pay me anyway, just to throw me something. Made sure me and the kids were stocked up. What I can have going to my daddy house. My friends can come spend the night with me for the weekend. My sisters used to come from my biological father. My sisters used to come with me to my other daddy house. Like, I always have had my way, G. Like, life has just always been amazing for me because I've always just been this genuine, loving person. And I do things from the bottom of my heart for everybody. So, with that, when Jordan was born, oh, what? I'm leaving school early. I came home when they came home from the hospital. I didn't go to school. I end up moving in with my father a couple years after, and that was my baby. Okay, that was my baby. I took care of him. They used to get up to get ready for work in the mornings. I was getting up, getting my little brothers ready for like to go out the door with them. That was my routine. I just threw myself in there because that's what brought me joy. That was my life. So I haven't seen my little brother in, I think the last time I seen him, he might have been 10 or 11. So 8 years ago. And the crazy thing is, I was already planning a trip home in the next couple weeks because my boy's going on spring break. So I'm like, fuck it. We just gonna go have us a little vacation, right? And we needed it. And plus, I got to go home and get some shit situated anyway and handle some business. So I'm like, it makes sense. To get that call and to now have to add that to my itinerary when I get back home sucks. Not only that, my brother's birthday is the 18th of March. So I'm going to be home for his birthday. I'm going to be home for the funeral. And it's it's all just so much. And at the same time, so much is happening in my world for me and to me, through me. Like, it's just so much transforming going on right now in my life that honestly, every fucking horoscope I've seen or read in the last couple of months has been spot the fuck on. And I say that because it told me in January I was going to go through, like, it was going to be tough for me in January, but it wasn't going to be hard. I was going to be able to survive. February was going to be lit. I was going to be good February. And baby, when I tell you I enjoyed my birthday month, I enjoyed the fuck out of my birthday month. And it told me come March, everything's going to start taking off and it's going to be fast. It's going to be fast. It's all going to be fast. When I tell y'all I have so much planned, I have so much going on. I am really, I can't say spread thin because the thing about it is my cup is filled by helping others and filling others. The thing with me is I learn myself through people. So that helps me. I don't criticize people. I don't judge people. I don't tell people, like, you're a fucked up person. I don't do that. Now, if you been a fucked up person and you been an asshole to me, oh, I'm gonna read your ass. No problem, no questions asked. I will read the fuck out of you because don't bring that shit over here. You want to come with love and light? For sure, we can do that. But the moment that aggressive shit start, because one thing about me is I'm not a hostile person. I don't care how loud I get. Hostile, I'm not. I get loud because I'm small, G. Let's start there. I'm fucking tiny. I'm 5'2". When I am discussing something, one, if I'm feeling like I'm not being heard, or if I feel like I'm being attacked, not even so much as attacked, but just not, honestly, it's not being heard. Like, that's my biggest thing, because I don't give a fuck about nobody attacking me, because if I really feel like you're attacking me, the dog's gonna come out and I'm gonna bite you. Like, that's just me. That's just how that is. So I can't say that, if I feel like I'm being attacked, that, everything changes. No, I just get a little loud because I'm feeling like I'm not being heard. And on top of that, I'm really just trying to understand, do you realize who the fuck you talking to? And not even in no I'm that bitch type of thing, but do you know me? Do you know my heart? Because if you know me and you know my heart, then you know me. Like, you would know me. And I'm very vocal about how I feel about people. And not even so much as how I feel. My emotions allow me to love unconditionally. And I say that because I don't give a fuck, if that makes sense. And it may not make sense to people, but if you really think about it, I can love so deeply for people, to people, that I don't care, because even if you hurt me, I know that it was a purpose for me to love you. I'm not looking for anything from anybody that I come in contact with. That's the biggest thing about me. I'm not looking for anything. I really come to be of service to other people, because the thing about it is, I know whatever I'm coming here to do, God had already set it up so that I can get what I need from this situation in itself. I just have to figure out what that is. That's my puzzle. Those are my pieces to discover and put together. So when I live my life, like, I live it because the way that I do, because I know that this shit is what it is. So even if I seem emotional about shit, there's no attachment to my emotions, if I'm really being honest. Like, there's nothing that I can sit here and really say that I give a fuck about besides my kids that can hurt or make me really get out of character these days. And that's not, I don't feel like that's a bad thing, because like I said, there's no attachment to anything. I'm emotional because, one, I'm a woman. One, that's how I express. I have that right, and I'm going to serve that right every fucking time. And the thing about it is, the difference between me and the world, especially the world of women, I can control my crash out. It's a lot of women out here that cannot control their crash out. I've had some shit done to me. I've never crashed out like I could have. Like, I'm the type of person that I don't give a fuck. I will burn the entire building down with me, you, and everybody we love in this bitch. I'm not gonna hold you. We'll all just take this L because you fucked with my, me? Why? Why do that to all of us? Because I really, that's how much I don't care. Because I understand that if I burn all this shit down, it ain't gonna do nothing but reincarnate. Like, dead ass. It's not gonna do anything but reincarnate. That's how much I love everything and don't give a fuck about nothing. Because I can enjoy it. I can enjoy the moment. I can enjoy the experience. I don't give a fuck how much it's supposed to get me down or angry. I can understand the purpose of the moments that I have in my life. Everything is a learning lesson for me. So the life that I live, I've learned to take what's necessary and tuck it away for safekeeping. Leave what I don't need, want, feel the use for, and put it somewhere else. You know? Like, store it, but not on my said person, because I'm not trying to weigh me down with shit that I don't need to carry at that moment. And I feel like everybody should be like that. If you are a person that is open to growth in yourself, if you are really trying to be better than you were the day before, because that's all I strive for every day. I'm not trying to look at 10 years from now. Yes, I have goals. Yes, I have plans. But right now, today, I just wanted to be better than yesterday. I just wanted to feel better than yesterday. I just wanted to reprogram my brain just a little bit different than yesterday. And every day I get up, I achieve that. Because every day I get up and I'm experiencing shit and I'm seeing what works for me and what doesn't. So therefore I know this is not something I like. This is something I can deal with. I could tolerate that. But that I can't. I don't. Nope. Push it away. I don't like it. Like, every day I have those moments. And I get to experience those moments, and I get to enjoy those moments, and I get to discover me, Tanisha, the person, the woman, the mother, the child, the sister, the cousin, the aunt, the friend, the human. I get to discover me in every aspect of my life every day with the life that I live. And it's no greater feeling than that. One thing about it is, I am not trying to live this life without experiencing it. Because you can be alive and not live. There are a lot of people who are alive and not living. And I feel like we all come here to serve a purpose in this world. We all have something divine that we should be doing, and that we have to put in the work into discovering that journey of doing it, right? And with that, it's just like, how do you do that if you're not experiencing things? If you're just solely focused on being one way instead of trying different avenues to see what fits and what works and what doesn't, how do you know that you are really serving your divine purpose? Because you had that thought, and that's the one that stuck the most. But you had another thought too, but you burst it off because it seemed too hard. Oh, okay. You felt a way and you brushed it off because you don't understand those feelings or those emotions, and you don't know what's going on. If you want some clarity, talk to somebody who can give it to you. Talk to somebody that you trust to give it to you. But as humans, we cannot project our feelings and emotions off on others because we don't understand our own shit. I don't critique people. It's not for me to critique you and tell you where you're fucking up at. That's not my life. That's not what I do. That's not my purpose. That's not why I hang out with people. That's not why I interact with people. I do not find joy in telling you that you're a horrible person or that you're wrong in any type of way. What I do is allow you to figure that out. I see what I see, and I can only speak from experiences of what I've been through. Knowing people and understanding their journeys, I do feel like, I would have a good insight on what can help you become better. But what I do realize about people is you can't tell anybody anything. And I'm in a space right now where I don't really flaunt who I could be, because I'm not where I want to be, and I don't feel like my life is worth anybody looking at right now and be like, "Oh, I want to be in her shoes." Like, I want to follow her, I want to listen to her. So that's why I don't carry myself the way that I could. Hey Amanda, we're just talking about my week. It's been a week and just getting some things off. I'm just having a vulnerable night tonight. We chilling, just relaxing, a little conversation. But what was I saying? I don't know. I don't carry myself in a way where it's like I'm boasting on the knowledge that I have and the experiences that I have and the connection with the source. Because let's really talk about it. I may not be a Bible toting scripture goddamn saying person, but the thing about it is, I talk to God every day, and I talk to God like he a real nigga, because I'm a real nigga, and we gotta have real conversation. I can't do all that extra ass fake shit. It's not me, and I'm not against religion in itself. I have a spiritual connection that I know. I have spiritual gifts that I know. Like, if I really tap into that shit, I can really get to it. But the connection that I have with Source, I am highly fucking favored. Highly. What they say, he put his strongest soldiers out there on the battlefield over and over again, baby. He done sicked me in the front, right there at the head, and every time I come right back that bitch even more. But at the same time, I'm humble because I know that at any moment that shit can go left. All the shit that I've been through in my life, I am not in nobody's fucking nut house. I am not in jail because I done fucking crashed out. I am capable of taking care of my children. I do what I need to do to survive. And I have worked on getting myself out of survival mode. That's what I did. Those are my accomplishments. That's why I love me. And I'm a humble fucking beast. And I know that. I could really pop my shit around this bitch if I wanted to. I choose not to because that's not the holy way. That's not a god, a goddess. That, no. But the thing about that is, when I walk into rooms, when my presence is felt, when motherfuckers are around me, they know. They might not understand, but they know. Everybody knows. That's why I got so many fucking haters. I've always had haters. That's some shit I've dealt with since childhood. Literally. Grown ass adults in my life I've dealt with hating on me. Okay? Like, to the point where I had aunts and uncles that used to fucking tell my parents, like, oh, she's fast. Fast. Okay? But the thing about that fast ass girl nobody knew about, my bad, y'all. Computer was about to die. Can't be doing that. The thing about that fast ass little girl that nobody knew about, motherfuckers was essaying her. But y'all all thought it was just her being fast and her feeling herself. No. She was scared. She didn't understand. She was unprotected by all the adults around her. Let's start there. And that fast ass little girl, that teenage mom, that motherfucking baby mama of 4, okay, motherfucking 5 kids by 25, 5 by 25. Big stepping. I really do this shit. I do. With ease. At that. Because I have a source behind me that favors what I am, who I present myself to the world to be. And that's me. Nobody else. I'm not being fake about shit. I don't hide shit. I'm an open fucking book. And guess what? With that open book is also a lot of fucking humility, because I can come here and I can express myself and I can tell my story and I can be open and honest with the world about my shit. Because my story is going to help somebody else. Like, that's what I came here to do. That's my purpose. My purpose is to help other people by going through the shit that I go through. If God put somebody else through all this shit that I've been through, shit started happening to me when I was 5 years old. I started being SA when I was 5. And I remember that shit clearly. That shit I can still visually see when I speak about it. Then again by somebody else at 7. So the thing about me is, I understand that my purpose in this world was so fucking divine that the devil got to me so fucking early. I was premature to all this shit. And none of the adults that was around me was even prepared for the level of fucking amazingness I had to offer to this world. Because they didn't even know what they had to protect. Like, I started getting physically, emotionally, mentally attacked at 5. What? And here I am at 32, sane, still going. got a boatload of babies because, hey, fuck it. I was just sexually hypersexual at that point. So it is what it is. That for some odd reason, I found safety in sex for a second. Until I grew up and I understood that just wasn't that. But at the same time, I was raising myself for so long, like protecting myself for so long. And to understand that at 23, I was still getting sexually assaulted. I'm 32. So at 23, it was still going on in my life. And I had 4 kids at that point. So talk to me about some other shit. Because to know me is to understand that I love pulpit time, Eric. I promise you I'm going to feel so amazing tomorrow, Amanda. Like today, if nobody knows, it was a blood moon coming into today. Today for the whole day, blood moon. So it was a big energy thing today, and it's about releasing. So tonight we releasing this shit. Like I got to get this shit off my chest. And this is for me, because at the end of the day, nobody has to deal with me but me. And every day I have to get up and I have to choose to continue on with everything that I've been through, because 1, I got kids. 2, my life not that bad. Like it could be way better, and I know it can, but we ain't done yet. We still got time. We still got tomorrow. We still got the day after that. Like, one thing I can be confident in is every day that I wake up, God's going to bless me because of what I'm doing in the day before. How I'm ending my nights, how I'm feeling, just the joys that I'm having. Like, I know that my destiny is so big. I haven't reached it yet. He's not finished with me yet. I ain't going nowhere no time soon. Because there's something that I have to do. Like, I'm really meant to do something here. So with me working on myself and understanding who I am and loving me the way that I am, taking my time with me the way that I am, I'm going to do everything that it is that I came here to do. I'm going to reset every fucking thing that it is that I'm supposed to reset. Like, that's me. I'm going to bridge every fucking gap that I'm supposed to bridge while I'm here on this earth. It's so much shit that I sit and think about, but like I just said, I've been getting spiritually attacked since I was 5. Physically attacked since I was 5. This shit been in my system, been trying to take me out. I went through feeling like I wanted to commit suicide. I did all of that shit. Literally. Tried it all. But every last one of those kids saved me after I tried that stupid shit. God knew what he was doing. And that's one reason why I don't regret any of my kids. They might work my motherfucking nerves every motherfucking day, especially these goddamn motherfucking boys. But at the same time, every last one of them fucking kids were a saving grace for me. It gave me more reason to keep going. Like, in my mind, I never wanted to take myself out, but I had those thoughts. And I tried. I'm not going to hold you. I tried. But when the thoughts wouldn't stop, I did what I was supposed to do then, and I got some help. And at that time, I had 2 kids already. And the thoughts just piling up, coming, hitting me, going through life. Back at that time, I was stripping. Amanda, yeah, these kids are something else. I don't know. The president that did something to our kids. I'm blaming it on him. Blame every fucking thing on him. But at that time, this was 2015. So this was right before my oldest daughter's father got killed. So I was dancing as a stripper. I was working as a CNA. And I was going to school. And being a full-time mom. And I had a job at school too. In college, mind you. I'm in college. And I had a job at college too. So I'm working 3 jobs, going to school full-time, and being a mother. And I'm going in to take classes because I'm working on campus. And I'm being somebody's housewife, and he's cheating, stepping out, doing what the fuck he's doing, making my emotions a living fucking hell. Going through whatever I was going through with my other baby daddy. So it was just like so much going on, to the point where me and my youngest daughter's father got into a really bad argument. And the apartment that we had at the time, he had got for us, so it was in his name. The man called himself putting me out of the apartment. And do you know what I did then? I said, oh, okay. Because I knew where I was at mentally. I knew where I was at. I knew I was fighting my own battles outside of this house, inside this house. But it was out, like it's out of my body, but it's, it's here. And at that time, I wasn't mentally capable of taking care of these kids by myself. With nowhere to stay? Fuck no. Like, that was my biggest thing with him. So you think you're going to put me out with the kids and nowhere to go? I'll leave. I'm not even going to humbug with you. But guess what? Guess who just became a full-time father? Yeah, good luck with that. And I'll tell the other baby daddy that he needs to contact you to come get his daughter on weekends or whatever. However y'all want to work it. You want to give her to him, go right the fuck ahead. Y'all figure it out. I want to check myself into a motherfucking nut house. Okay? Took myself right to the hospital and told them, I am thinking about ending all this shit. Okay? I left my kids with their father, so they are safe. But me, on the other hand, no. I called my cousin as soon as I left there. I need you to come and drop me off at this hospital. Because I didn't want to leave my car. But I need you to come and drop me off at this hospital. Because, and I'm going to check out. And I needed somebody with me to make sure that I didn't do shit stupid. Because I knew where I was mentally. So the thing that I'm pointing here is, I am so aware of my bullshit that when it gets to that breaking point, I know what I need to do to handle it. Who I need around me to handle it, how it needs to be handled. Like, Source has prepared me so much with shit in life. Like I say, I take what I need at that moment and I use it. I apply it and I do what I need to do with it. Shit that I don't need at the time, that's stored somewhere else, probably locked away. When that shit is needed, it's here. So it comes back, and again, if I need it, it gets used. So I said that to say, when you have conversations with people and they give you advice or they give you tokens of life or whatever the case may be, they always say take what applies. But the thing about it is, you heard it all. Make sure you understand exactly what's being said to you. Because the thing about it is, you may not need all of it right then and there, but you may need it later. And if you're going to need it later, then store that shit. Hear everything people say to you. Everybody, anybody that you come in contact with, hear it all. Listen. That's why we got 2 ears. You're supposed to listen as twice as hard as you speak. Less speaking, more listening. And I know because I practice it. Which is why everybody come to me with their issues, because I listen more than I speak. I don't have to speak much when I do say shit to people, because I heard everything that you said. So what I give back to you, short and simple, straight to the point. And I think that's why if it goes over people's heads so much, because they're looking for me to speak so much. I don't have to. That's not my gift. My gift is short and simple, straight like you need it. And that's just it. It's nothing more that I can say off of that. But that's what people need to realize, is in life, that is the ultimate thing. If you hear what people say to you and you're listening and you're processing as they're talking and you're understanding, and even if you don't understand, you ask questions to get understanding, process that. Listen. You don't got to show interest. You don't got to show that you heard the shit. You don't have to do anything. As long as you got it tucked away. And I think that's the thing with a lot of people. People are looking for a lot of verification. You want me to verify some shit? Come on, bro. We sitting here looking at each other. If we're talking, we're having a conversation. I hear you. Even if I'm not saying nothing, I hear you. But I get it. People don't hear you when you talking sometimes. But that's where you need to stop fucking with people that don't hear you, that aren't willing to hear you. Because there's no way that I'm sitting in nobody's face and I'm listening to you talk, but I'm not listening to you. Why the fuck would I waste both of our time like that when I can just tell you to shut the fuck up, I don't care about that shit, and walk the fuck off or something? I'm not everybody else. I stand 10 toes in that. If I don't be humble about anything, I'm not humble about being very rare. And I because I would tell everybody that I'm not your typical female. I'm not your typical anything. I'm not typical. I might live an ordinary ass life, and I love that for me because I feel like I'm such a plain Jane. Like I love that persona for me. Just lay back, relax, cool, understanding. I don't require much. I don't need much. I am very simple. But because I'm so simple, I'm complicated. And I think that's where a lot of people kind of get scrambled with me. And I'm so give what needs to be given that that's hard to really comprehend for people. Because I'm not going to give you more than you're asking for or more than you require from me. But again, like I say, I listen. I listen to people. I watch people. I pay attention. I study humans. That is my gift. If nothing more, that is my gift. I study humans. If I'm around you enough, and I don't got to speak on it, my actions going to show it. But understand the role that people play in your life and what you give them to react to. Because if I'm continuously fed bullshit, eventually I become a bitch. And I don't like that. I don't like that. I really don't, because although it's fun, like, see, that's the problem right there is I'm a joke about it being fun because it is, but I don't like doing it because I know how bad I can hurt people. And it's with facts, not with some shit that I make up, not with some shit that I just pull out my ass. No, I hurt with facts. I hurt with facts and I hurt with action. And that action is me removing myself from any and everybody that I feel like don't want to see me for who I am in every aspect. Because why put me in your box? You could talk to me. We could talk about anything. I can really figure out anything. And if I'm asking questions, that means I'm looking for understanding. And I want to know. And I'm interested. And I'm willing to hear. Like, if I'm willing to hear, I'm listening. But what do y'all really have to offer? I'm being honest. This is that I think that's the biggest thing right now is where do you fit in this shit? Where does anybody fit in this shit? Like, how do you figure that out? Because me, I kind of just exist. Like, I do my own thing. I do what feels great for my spirit for the day. And that may look like nothing to other people, but guess what? I don't give a fuck. Because guess who's still getting blessed? Guess who's still gonna be straight in the end? Because at the end of the day, I got what I got. I got who I got. And that's myself and the highest power there is. And as long as he keep waking me up every day and we keep pushing, we keep going, we keep moving, shaking and baking, baby bye. It's nothing y'all can really do with me. And I mean that in the most humblest way possible. It's nothing that nobody can do with me. Because I love me for me. I'm not trying to be nobody else. I don't want to be nobody else. I don't want nobody else's life. I don't want nobody to have my life. I don't even want y'all to know what's going on in my life. But at the same time, I let y'all know what's going on in my life because I feel like everything's teachable. Everything can be learned. Everything can be understood. Everything can be used for something. And my life is pretty fucking teachable. Okay? You can learn a lot of shit from my life. If I really, really wanted to, I could probably write a book as thick as the Bible about my life and have as many fucking parables and stories that's in the Bible in this book about my life and give lessons on this shit. I could. I really fucking could. But then y'all would think that I was really cocky. Like, y'all would think that I was making this shit up or something when I'm really not. Like, I really just have been through so much in life. And I'm just still here being the greatest person that I can be and understanding where I'm at and where I'm headed. Because the thing about that is, life is so much more precious now than it used to be. Before, I really didn't give a fuck. Like, I didn't give a fuck about life. And when I didn't give a fuck then, it was just like anything can happen because I was scarred. I was hurt. I was bruised. My ego was hurt. I didn't have no source of protection. I had nothing. I felt empty. I felt alone. I was fucked over, fucked up, and damn near left for dead. Like, it's a lot of shit that I've gone through that should have taken me out of here. It really should have. But because of me understanding how divine my life was, I I can put this on all my children. Throughout my life, everything that I've gone through, I always had one thought. My life is this divine that I have to suffer so much that I know in the end it's going to be so great. Like, do you know what it means to have suffered damn near the first 25 years of your life? I'm 32. So what's that? Shit, 25, 27 years? I suffered for 27 years of my life. How is that fair? Like, 27 years? So you telling me I only had 5 good years. I give that to the world. I only had 5 good years. This year is set to be the best year of my adult life. This is year 1. Because we got to start over at this point. Or if you want to count year 6. But in total. But this is year 1 of a fresh restart of Tanisha and nothing but positivity. So understand where I'm coming from when I say humble fucking beast. I've been in the trenches all this time. I just got out. I just shook the shit off. So, I mean, pardon me while the dust clears. Y'all ain't seen shit yet. She ain't even evolved into the butterfly yet. We still coming out the cocoon. We're still shedding. I understand who I am. I understand where I've been. I understand where I'm going because I tap into source every day. My story doesn't look like anybody else's. It never will. And for that, I'm grateful because I can get up and choose who I want to be every day. Every day, I can get up and choose who I want to be. If I want to be a sweetheart today, I can. If I want to be a Sour Patch Kid tomorrow, I can. If I want to be a dog ass bitch for the next 7 days, I can. But I can choose that at any given time. I choose who I want to be. And it's because I've experienced so much that I understand just being one way ain't it. Because just being one way, you become predictable. Just being one way, people think that they know you and they try to set traps for you. You can't trap me in anything. Nobody can. I can't trap myself in shit. Because if I'm being honest, when I say I am co-hosting this shit with the source, I'm really just like the cameraman. The body itself is the cameraman because source gets me. I allow this motherfucker just to do free will. Okay, have your way with me, literally. So that's why I can tap into me and I can feel what's going on and understand and know when something's too much and pull myself away. I don't stay in shit that's going to disrupt me because I work too hard to get here. So that will never, ever again be a factor of me allowing. When I tell you I went through this triggering moment, I don't know if I told you guys, but somebody tried to break into my house like 2 weeks ago. And that night, me and my kids slept in our apartment with that window broken and open. Like I had to board it up myself and push my kids' mattress and then their bunk bed in front of the window so that I could feel somewhat safe of nobody coming in my house while we were in here. So that night the kids slept in a room with me. But when I tell you I did not sleep, I did not sleep. I did not sleep until that morning when I got them up to go to school and got them out the house. I did not sleep. And that realization in those moments and in that time frame for me was just like, damn, I let somebody really disrupt my peace that bad that I couldn't sleep and I couldn't rest for days. For days. And in that time of me really reflecting on that shit and understanding what was going on, I said, damn, this is what it feel like when I let people bother me on the inside. Like, I let people get me mad. I let people disrupt my sense of peace that I created. I let them take things away from me that were never theirs, something that I never gave them. I swore then that shit would stop. That shit ceased to exist. And I meant that. I cannot allow I can't allow people and their thoughts to disrupt me. I don't. For the simple fact that you're going to be who you are. You're going to say what you want to say. You're going to move how you want to move. You're going to do what you want to do. So cool. I'll let you have that. I'll let anybody have that. You want to have a conversation about it? We could do that. But a conversation takes two people to communicate, not just one person talking. Conversation is two people talking back and forth. So questions will be asked, answers will be given, statements will be made, things will be expressed between two people. So that takes two people to have a conversation. I'm going to keep reiterating that because other than that, that means you're talking at me if I don't get a chance to respond. And I don't respond well to being talked at because I'm not a child, one. Two, I'm too easy to talk to. to be talked at. You know, like I can have a conversation without it going overboard, regardless of how emotional I seem. I'm always in control. It's just that my body reacts how it wants to react, but I'm still always in control. Like, I don't get physical. I don't get violent. I don't get none of that. I do none of that. I don't just start emotionally crying, like hysterically. I don't do any of that. So I don't understand why a little tone change is a big problem. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I don't know. But shit. For me, I just feel like I'm understanding more and more who I am. I'm understanding more and more what I have to offer. And I'm understanding more and more of what access to me looks like. And when you allow people access to you, there's it's levels to this shit. It's just like being a star on tour. You know, you give people backstage passes. Some people got full access to come and meet you. Some people don't. Some people just get to come behind stage just to see you perform from backstage. Like, there's levels to this access shit. And people need to understand that. You're not entitled to access to me. I give access to me because I'm available to do that. And I feel like your access to me is going to be beneficial for the both of us. Because if I don't feel like your access to me is beneficial for me, I'm not going to hold you. I'm not there for it. Because life is meant to be an exchange of energy for something. Whether it's good or bad. You know, I'm not just saying, like, you know, my thing is to serve no purpose and be around me so much defeats the purpose. Like, you serve no purpose, none at all, not even a small purpose. You're not here to teach me one lesson. We just coexisting. We're not helping each other grow. There's no need of us interacting with each other. There's no need of us, you know, having no type of moments together if we're not helping each other grow. Because you can exist in the same world as people and around them and not grow because y'all don't communicate. Y'all don't really discuss things outside of maybe partying or drinking and smoking. You know, it's certain people that come into our lives and they really are there to just hold space and fill voids, but they're purposeless. You have to understand when people are purposeless in your life. And when people are purposeless, you have to, you know, limit that access. We're meant to have purposeless people around because, you know, that help us relax and actually live as humans. But they're not meant to stay around. They're not meant to be around frequently. They're not meant to be the ones that are so close to us that their purposeless now starts to rub off on us and interrupts our process. Right? So understand that we have choices. We have choices. It's okay to have choices. It's okay to have boundaries. It's okay to make decisions for yourself um, that may hurt other people. Because at the end of the day, you got to take care of you. You got to protect you. And yeah, everybody, some people come into your life and they have a divine purpose. And, you know, sometimes I'm not saying just wipe people off because that's not fair. That's not fair at all. But if it's to a point where the people that are around you are doing more draining than they are fulfilling, or if they're doing more draining than they are adding anything, it don't even have to be fulfilling. They just got to be doing something. If they're not doing anything, get them the fuck gone. It's no need of us sitting here wasting time, waiting for people to get better, waiting for people to understand that we all deserve better. The only way we all can get better is if we all choose to do better. Because you are what you receive. Get it? Like what you give out, you get back. We all are a villain in somebody's story. We all hurt people on accident, on purpose, in transition of some things. We all kind of just really got a role to play. And that's what we need to understand. Like in anybody's life that we encounter, we have a specific role to play in that person's life. That role is on us. And it's on them what they allow and what we decide to do with that allowance. Whatever limits they allow us and how we decide to handle those limits, if we decide to push those limits, if we decide to respect those limits, this is how the world works, people. We all have to play a role with one another, good and bad. And that's why I say I love people so unconditionally because I understand that. I understand who it is that everybody's meant to be. And that's just somebody. No matter what that moment is, you're meant to be somebody in somebody else's story. But the decision on who that person is that you are is yours. And it plays off of them and what they allow. So that's why everybody just needs to really, I say, do a lot of people watching. I love watching people. I love watching people. I think that's why I really don't like watching TV because I want to see real life shit. Like reality TV, all that drama shit, I don't watch that shit. I can't. That shit will irritate the fuck out of me. And like my brain will be fried from that shit. I can't do it. But to sit out and thank you, Amanda. My girl say, hey, all listening. That's my bestie. So proud of her. Yes. But yeah, I think it's just I love watching people in their moments. Even if I really don't understand, but the ones that I get to interact with personally are even better because I get to hear your story. I get to understand you on a deeper level. And that ultimately helps me understand myself because now I can take the information that you've given me and I can look at other people and, you know, if I know a glimpse of their story or what they going through, I can be like, damn, I know somebody who went through that. Or damn, I went through that. And I can have conversations with people. Okay? Like we do here. Because this is what I love to do. Come and sit with y'all and chit chat. But I done talked my ass off tonight. I love y'all. I'll catch y'all next week. I still got that raffle coming up. I will have details in a couple of weeks. It's a lot of shit going on, like I told y'all. But follow the Facebook page, Tanisha Marie, and like and subscribe at the YouTube. It's Simply Complicated Chats. I love you guys. See you all later.